So for our warm-up, we're going to start by alternating jumping jacks with butt kicks. You can decide what level of jumping jack and what level of butt kick. So we'll do 10 jumping jacks, so out, like this, or you can do split jacks, and then we'll do the butt kicks or ham curls right here, okay? Let me just do one more thing. I paid myself for everybody, forgot to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 10 jacks, 10 butt kicks, okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then either those butt kicks or those hand curls for 10. There's 10, go back to jumping jacks. And then we go back to the hand curls or butt kicks. We'll do one more set through of these. And back to jacks. And back to the hand curls or butt kicks. All right, I'm going to slow my down to hand curls. If you're doing butt kicks, feel free to join right here. All right, we're going to be doing some squats next. 2 pulse squats. So you go down to the bottom, pulse 1, 2, up the top. So bring those feet hip width apart. You go 1, 2, and up. 1, 2, and up. Very good. Make sure you're pressing through those heels, keeping that chest raised. Couple more. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. All right. We're going to come to the top of our mat. Okay. We're going to walk our hands out to a plank. Walk it back. Okay. Here we go. Walk it out. Walk it back. You, of course, can bend those knees to get down to the ground. Unless you're flexible enough to reach the floor without bending them. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. All right, stand up. We're going to do a little move called stir the pot. We're going to take our feet fairly wide, okay? Come down with a slight bend in the knees and our hands come to the thighs. What we're going to take our chest towards one knee, circle across the body, circle back, and continue making just a circle, okay? Warming up the upper body, the hips. We'll circle a couple of times this direction, and then we'll circle the other way. All right, get ready to switch it up. Take it the other way. There we go. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Give it a little more. And 1 more. All right, stand up. Just jog, march, keep those feet moving, keep those arms moving a little bit, okay? Today our intervals are 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. And of course, the beauty of intervals is that you get to pace it at your own pace. I'll give you an exercise, and you decide what intensity and what speed you're doing that for, but we're all working for the same amount of time, okay? But don't feel like you need to keep up with, I guess I'm the only one you can see, but just take it at your own pace, do what you can. All right, so our first exercise that we're going to be doing, and some of these you can add dumbbells to them if you would like. We're going to be doing a wide squat to a narrow squat. So at its base form, feet are right here underneath us. We squat, and we step a foot out, we squat, okay? If you're wanting to get fancy today, you can make that jump squat. So it's wide and narrow and wide, narrow and wide, okay? You choose, all right? Wide and narrow squats jumping or not. 45 seconds on the clock. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So wide, you step it out to narrow, back into. I keep messing up my words. As long as you're going narrow on one of them and wide on the other, okay? That's what matters. And if you want to make it jump squats, you are welcome to, okay? We have about 10 seconds. All right. Our next one is going to involve a walkout plank, a push-up, jumping jacks at the top. So come stand at the top of our mat. We're going to walk it out. From here, you're going to do one push-up. You can be on the toes, or you can jump to those knees, okay? We walk it back in, and then you're going to do 4 jumping jacks at the top. That can be regular jacks, or a set of split jacks, okay? All right, so that's that exercise. Take it at your own pace. We're going 5 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1. Walk it out to the plank. Give me that push-up. Then walk it back. And 4 jacks at the top, okay? Pacing it at your own pace. You can get slower if you need to, faster if you can. Remember to breathe, of course. Fifteen seconds. And rest. All right. So we'll talk about the next one. We're going to be doing a side plank, side to side, but we're going to be crossing the bottom leg under. A lot of times we come to a center plank and we just kind of pivot. What we're going to do, if you can, you're going to take this outside leg, cross it under and reach, come back to center, cross it under and reach. Okay? If you typically do planks on your knees, you can do that too, and you can forget about the cross under and just turn and turn. As you do that, just make sure that the abs are engaged. Okay? All right. So come on down to the forward side, whether you're doing these planks on your toes or on your knees. Try to remember to cross that leg under, going in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Cross and reach. Back to center. Cross under and reach. Nice and controlled. If you need to take a break at any point, you are always welcome to do so. 4 seconds. And done. Excellent. Okay. So the next one, we're going to be standing up. We're going to be doing a side or a lateral lunge. Come to the center, do 3 knees. I think we've done this one before, but let me demonstrate. So we sit to the side, come to the center. 1, 2, 3. Come to the other center, and these can be slow knees. 1, 2, 3. And then to the other side, okay? I'll start mine slow, then I'll speed mine up. Feel free to do what you'd like. All right, here we go. Side lunge, knees in the center. 1, 2, 3. Remember, you can also speed that up, or you can keep it slow. Good. All right, lateral lunge. 1, 2, 3. Lateral lunge. 1, 2, 3. 15 seconds. Almost there. There it is. Okay. Our next one, we're going to be coming towards the floor. You have the option of adding a weight to it if you have weights at home. What we're going to be doing is it's going to mix a mountain climber with a row. We're going to do one arm this time. We'll do the other side a little later. So if you have a weight, we're coming down here. We're going to go climber, the outside of the foot, outside of the foot, okay? Row, come back, outside, outside, row. Now, you can speed that up, and instead you can jump it, press jump, jump, row. Okay, if you're like, forget the climbers, you can just do the climbers, no row, or you can just do the row, where you come down to a little tripod and row with the one arm, okay? So choose what will work best for you today. If you do have a weight, grab one. If not, you can just do that rowing motion with the arm, okay? Going in 3, 2, 1. So foot comes to the outside, back, outside, pause and row, outside, back, outside, row. Remember, if you want, you can speed that up. Staying on that one arm. We'll do the other one later, so please remember which arm you're doing now. Hang in here. 10 seconds. All right, and done. Whew. We're going to be laying down on the ground for this next one. We're going to be doing a full body roll up. We're also doing a modification, which is a crunch. So for the full body roll up, I'm going to lay down on the ground, all of me. Okay? Then, using my abs, I'm going to sit up all the way to the top. I'm going to roll back one vertebrae at a time. Sit up, roll back. Okay. Over and over again for that 45 seconds. Only do that if you have some nice, good core control here. If you feel like you're not quite there yet, instead you can do crunches right here, pressing that low back into the floor, cradling the head with the hands, lifting and lowering. All right, so choose what you would like to do, and we're going to get started, okay? So you either do that full body roll up, you have the control, or you can do that crunch, okay? I'm going to put my hands behind my head just to give them something to do. Roll and sit. Or crunch it up. A little less than 15 seconds. Almost there. We're there. All right. Remember how we did that one arm row with that really wide climber where the feet came to the outside of the hands? I'm going to do the other side now. Okay? So if you have a weight, get that weight back. Remember which arm you have not done. Okay? We will start with the foot on the same side as the weight, switch to the other one, and then do our row. Okay? All right. 3, 2, 1. So foot comes to the outside, then the other one, row. Okay? Outside, outside, row. Push into the ground with the foot and the hand as you row to give yourself a nice stable base, okay? And of course, if you want, you can jump this instead of stepping. Almost there, less than 10 seconds. All right. Whew. We are coming up to the top. Then we're going to be doing a series with jumping jacks. So, We're gonna do 3 regular jacks plus 1 power jack. I'll get some modifications here if you need them. So I do 3 jacks, 1, 2, 3. What is a power jack? Power jack, think about a star jump. I'm gonna jump my feet out, 1, 2, 3, star, okay? If not really your thing to jump like that, you can do 3 regular jacks, okay? 3, you can do a leg lift, squat, leg lift, in place of that power jack. If you typically do split jacks, you can make this a set of 2, so 2 each side, and then do that squat, leg lift, squat, leg lift, okay? So feel free to make it your own. Choose exercises that will be your workout for you, okay? We'll go in 4, 2, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and power. 1, 2, 3, and power. Remember, that can be that squat, leg lift, squat, leg lift if you'd rather. Hang in here. Less than 15 seconds. Listen to the beat. There it is. All right. Last exercise, and we get a 1-minute break. It's going to be a burpee. But if you have weights, we're going to add weights. We're going to make it where we're not jumping. Okay? So, well, you're not going to jump at the top, I should say. You may not be jumping at all, but we'll go through that right here. So I'm going to have the weights in my hands. I'm going to come down towards the ground, okay, like I'm doing a deadlift or something, or a squat down. And then this is where you can choose to jump or step those feet back. And then you can add a push-up, and if you'd like, you can be on the toes, or you can drop to the knees. Give me that push-up. And then you jump or step those feet back in, so if you're stepping right there like that. And then right here, this is where I do not want anyone to jump. And grab those weights. Just gonna stand up. Pressing through as if we're doing a squat all the way from the floor. Okay? Then we'll come back down, jump or step it up, push up. You know the drill from there, okay? All right. So if you have weights, feel free to grab them. If not, this is an exercise that can be done and just really focus on that squat coming up from the floor. Here we go. Down to the floor, jump or step it out. Optional push up, back in, and just push to the heels, okay? Really use that back to help keep you nice and strong and straight. Try not to round, going down or up. Nice, nice and strong. Last exercise, and take a little break. We are almost done. We're done. All right, minute break. All right, grab a sip of water, towel yourself off. If there's anything tight, stretch it out, okay? But most of all, try and bring that heart rate down, at least a smidge, okay? You've seen all the exercises now, so hopefully you know what options work for you, or you know what one you're going to try the next time instead, okay? But just try and do something that's going to push you a little bit today. Not a competition, except with yourself. Nice deep breaths in and out. In and out. Give me 2 more. In and out. All right. Just keep those feet moving a little bit. We have a tiny bit more of recovery time. So that first exercise we're doing is the wide to narrow squat. That can be stepped out and in, or it can be a wide jump squat to a narrow jump squat. Okay. You decide. I will start by walking it out, and then I will take it up. For anyone that wants to do that, we have 10 seconds before we get going. Wide to narrow. Let's start with my feet out nice and wide, okay? So I squat, bring my feet in, narrow. Take my feet out, squat, and in. Okay, so just like that, excellent squat form. If you want to make it that jump squat, it's right here, narrow and wide, narrow and wide. Make sure you're breathing, whatever option you've chosen. 15 seconds. All right, next one, walkout plank, push up, 4 jacks at the top. Those can be a set of split jacks, okay? Move my dumbbells out of the way. All right, here we go. Walk it out. Push up can be from the knees or the toes. Walk it back in. 4 jacks at the top. Those can be split jacks. And then you go again. On repeat till time is up. Seconds. And done. All right. Rotating side planks. Remember, if you can, we're crossing under. If you're doing it for your knees, don't worry about crossing under. All right. 3, 2, 1. Plank, cross under and reach. Back to center. Cross under and reach. One side, and then the other. Remember to breathe. Pace yourself. Ten seconds, guys. All right. Excellent job. Side or lateral lunge with 3 knees in the middle. Okay? I'll start at low. I'll build to high. You go wherever you want to be. 3, 2, 1. So side lunge, 3 knees. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. So you can stay right here, or if you want to pick it up and run those knees in the center, that's an option too. Okay? Stand tall in the center. Almost there. 3, 2, and done. All right. One arm row with that wide climber to the outside of the hands. Okay? You can also just do the rows or just do the climbers. Here we go. Foot comes around, then around, row. Foot comes around, then around, row. Remember, you can start leaping those feet if you'd rather. But stepping is also a great exercise. About 5 seconds. Remember what side you just did? We'll do that one the other one in a second. Right now we're going to do those full body roll-ups or the crunches, okay? Come down, cradle head in the hands. Here we go. Use those abs to sit up and roll down. Remember, a great modification is just crunches on the ground. That'll help build that core strength and get you to the point where you can do this one. Use the abs as your primary mover. Ten seconds. Listen for that beat. There it is. All right. Other arm is doing the row, okay? Wide climbers. Right. 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes around to the weight, then the other side, and you row. Foot comes around to the weight, then the other side, and you row. And you may not be able to get the foot that far. If it comes behind the hands, that's fine. Just do it as wide as you can. And remember, if you want to take it up a notch, you can jump it. Less than 10 seconds. All right, done with this one. 3 power jacks, sorry, 3 regular jacks. 1 power jack, okay? And instead of the power jack, remember you can't do a squat like this. All right, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, power. Those can be split jacks, of course. Second left exercise, less than 10. 10. All right. Last exercise is going to be that weighted burpee if you have weights. And remember, no jumping at the top. We're just standing, pressing the feet. Here we go. Bring it down. Jump or step those feet back. You can do push-up, knees or toes, and then back in. Okay? Just standing it up. Here we go. Really focusing on that squat. Weights hang at the sides like suitcases. And done. Everybody gets a minute of rest. Grab a sip of water. Towel yourself off. Do what you need to. Be able to do one more round. Everyone's doing a good job. Fridays are always difficult, but you're here, and that's great. Keep those feet moving. If there's anything that's a little tight, feel free to kind of, stretch it out, loosen it up. Look at ourselves going here in a second. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. in and out. Really trying to slow that heart rate down before we do this final round, okay? All right. So we're going to be starting with those wide and narrow squats. They can be jump squats or they can be just step out squats, okay? We have about 10 seconds. I'm going to bring my feet out wide, getting ready, okay? I'll step them with you here at the beginning. 4, 3, 2, and here we go. So wide, bring it in, narrow, wide, and narrow. Good squat form. Nice strong back. Activating those glutes. Squeezing the back of the top. Narrow and wide. And remember, you can make these jump squats if you're feeling it. Wide and narrow. Last time you have to do this one today. About 5 seconds. All right. Walk out plank, push up, walk it back, 4 jacks at the top. Okay? In 5, 2, and 1. Here we go. Walk it out. You can drop to those knees if you need to. Okay? Walk it back. 4 jacks. This can be a set of split jacks if you prefer. Okay? Take it at your own pace. Almost done. There's that big. All right. Alternating side plank. Crossing under if you can. Okay? Coming down. 5 seconds. Let me get going. 2 and 1. Here we go. Cross under and reach. Back to center. Press under and reach. Get at your own pace. If you're on your knees, you can kind of just forget about crossing under and just rotate side to side. Done. All right, guys. Alternating. So lateral lunge, 3 knees in the middle. We'll start it slow, then I'll go faster in case people want that option. 3, 2, here we go. Lunge, 1, 2, 3, knees in the center. Lunge, 1, 2, 3, knees in the center. Make them powerful, okay? So you pull down. And of course, if you'd like to run those knees instead, right here. You do you today. Almost there. Listen to the beat. All right, 1 arm row with the wide climbers. Okay? Grab 1 weight, choose a hand, come down to the floor. I'll step it with you guys here. So step, step, row. Step, step. Once you have that base, row. Remember, you can just do the wide climbers or just the row. If you really want to take it up a notch, you can jump those feet. Listen for the beat. There it is. Weight goes to the side. Crunches or full body roll up is next. Then we'll do the other side. Come to the ground. Cradle the head with the fingers. Get ready to activate those abs. Here we go. Sit it up or crunch it up. If you're sitting it up, roll down slowly. Try to slow down the roll up too. Use as little momentum as possible. When coming up, you roll off the mat and then you straighten out at the top, okay? And then you reverse it. You're straight at the top, but you roll down the mat, one vertebrae at a time. 10 seconds. Alrighty, we're gonna do that other side with the row, okay? So grab that weight if you have one. Get ready to set it up. Remember, you can do just the rows or just the front rows. 2 and 1. So same side as the weight, opposite side, row. Same, opposite, row. And of course, if you want, you can always jump this instead, okay? Hang in here. We have about 5 seconds. So listen to that beat. There it is. All right. Woo. Good job. Going to 3 jacks plus the power jack. Or squat leg lift, squat leg lift. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, power. 1, 2, 3, power. Remember, it can also look like this. Fifteen seconds. All right. One last interval. Weighted burpee. Okay? No jumping at the top. Really focusing on that squat. Going down and up. Here we go. Down to the floor. Jump or step the feet. Push up knees or toes. Back in. Push up. Through the legs. Nice strong back on that stand up and down. And you're done. All right, so we'll take a little break. Do a couple finisher exercises. Then we'll stretch it out. So grab a sip of water. Towel yourself up. Keep moving though. Don't just lay down. All right. We're going to be coming down to all fours. Okay? We're going to do a bird dog variation. If you've been to one of my classes, you've probably done bird dogs before. We come to all fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. We're going to lift opposite arm and leg to Then we're gonna add a little crunch where we bring knee and elbow towards each other under the body, back out, head down. If you don't quite have the balance and the strength to do the crunch, you can just do the reach, one side and then the other. But if you can, add that crunch. Okay, so we'll do a set of 10, 10 each side. All right, here we go. Reach and crunch, back out and down. Reach and crunch, back out and down. Very good. One side and then the other. Trying to maintain the balance equally, even though we're constantly disrupting which hands and knees are on the ground. Breathe. Really elongate on the reach and crunch on the crunch. Halfway. Keep going. Three more sets. Two more sets. One more set. Finish yours off, and when you're done, sit back in child's pose, hands out stretched in front. Take a few deep breaths in and out. One more time, in and out. All right. We're going to lay down on our back, and we're going to do a bridge variation, okay, guys? We call this the rocking bridge. So with the bridge, knees are bent, feet are on the ground. We lift up, squeeze the glutes at the top, and lower. What we're going to do is we're going to add just a little movement with the arms. I'm going to bring my hands, interlace my fingers, and for aesthetic purposes, point my pointing fingers, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to bring my hands to my legs, in between them, because remember the knees are apart. And we're going to lift up, and as we lift, the arms come overhead, finger touches over the head onto the floor, comes back up, and we lower with the hands, as if the hands are conducting this whole thing, okay? All right, so lift up, squeeze, reach overhead, bring the hands back, and lower. Very good, again. Reach, bring it down, and lower. Again. You've got this. Squeezing those glutes. Raise and reach. Lower. 5 more apiece. Four more. Three more. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, take these legs down to the ground. Bring these arms overhead and just stretch from the toes all the way through the fingertips, elongating that whole body. And taking nice, calming breaths. Very good. All right, relax the body a little bit. We're going to take one leg up into the air. We're going to keep it straight today. Grab the back of that leg, okay? And gently feel a stretch along that hamstring along the back of the leg, okay? Go ahead and circle an ankle, okay? Circle the other way. And hold the ankle still and just pull just a little more if you can. If it's hurting, please don't. Okay, now we're going to bend the knee. Bend the knee. Hug that knee towards the chest. Take that opposite hand. Grab that kneecap. Gently pull the knee across the body. Remember, flexibility will determine how far across this knee gets. Try and keep those shoulder blades on the ground. Now come back to center. Take this leg down to the ground. This other leg's going to come up. Remember, straight first. Grab the back of the leg, gently pull. Feel that stretch of the hamstring. and then circle the ankle. Circle the other way. Hold the ankle still so you can pull a little more, only if it feels okay. All right, now bend the knee. Grab that knee, gently pull it towards the chest. Hold here for a couple of heartbeats. Now take that opposite hand, grab that knee and gently pull it across the body, just as far as it will go, while still keeping those shoulder blades on the ground. Bring this knee back to center. Bring that other knee up to join it. Hug those knees nice and wide. Give a little rocking motion if it suits you. Like a spinal massage. All right, now don't go to sleep on me just yet. Come back to center. We're going to do figure four. Release those knees. Cross an ankle over the opposite thigh. Thread the hands through, grab the bottom leg, and gently pull. Stretching through glute and hip. All right, let's switch. Cross that other ankle over the other thigh. Grab the bottom leg and gently pull. All right, so we're going to release. We're going to bring the feet down to the ground. Grab the back of our legs and gently roll up. Okay. We're going to take our time and we're going to come and we're going to flip over to all fours. Okay. We'll start with child's pose. So arms stretched out in front, coming back, sitting towards the heels. Keep working on flowing that breathing. Now we're going to come up towards all fours. We're going to curl these toes under. We're going to press up and back towards downward dog. And we're of course going to loosen it. So one heel goes towards the ground, then the other. Kind of just pedaling those feet. One and then the other. Feeling that stretch to the calves, to the back, to the arms. Couple more pedals. Now press those heels towards the floor. Try and sit into this best you can. If you do need to bend those knees, feel free to do so. Excellent. Now we'll bring the knees down to the floor. We're going to do some cat-cow from all fours. Okay, so we'll round up, round down and look forward, stretching that back, round up, round down and look forward. Give me one more. All right, let's thread the needle. Okay, so I have the needle. Bring that hand through, and then you press as much or as little as feels good. Stretching through that shoulder. You're gonna need this after those push-ups. All those planks. Now sit up and come to center. Take the other arm, thread it to the other side, lean into as much or as little as feels good. and come back up. All right, come to a seated position. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit for this one so you can kind of see it. So just sit in a way that feels comfortable. I'm going to take my hands behind, kind of roll the shoulders back, and just lift the chest, okay? Supporting yourself on those hands behind you. Try and feel this through the shoulders, through the chest, okay? You can look up towards the ceiling. All right, now loosen it and sit up, okay? We're going to take one hand to the floor. We're going to reach up and over, feeling that stretch this side of the body here. And sit up. Take this hand to the ground for support. Reach up and over. And sit up. We're going to come to center. We're going to walk these hands forward as low as we can and just reach. Okay? You might be up here. This might be where you're at. That's fine. Just walk the fingers out as far as you can. And then slowly walk them back in. You take the hands, interlace those fingers, press them away. Bring them out so they're extending right out of the sockets of the arm, right at chest level, around the shoulders, and look towards the floor. Sit up tall from me again. Take the hands up overhead, reaching from the sit bones all the way up through the hands. Just take it just a smidge to the side. And then a smidge to the other side. Back to the center. Reach up one more time. Release the fingers. Roll the wrists as they come down. Roll them the other way. Shake that out. All right. We're going to end with a breathing sequence I know we've done before. We are in prayer. Arms come up overhead. Elbows come out towards the side into cactus. Back up and down. We'll time it with our breathing, okay? So hands right here in the center. Let's breathe. Okay. I need to center myself. Hands at the center. Let's inhale, hands up. Exhale, open wide to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale back to center. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale to prayer. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale to center. All right. Thank you for being here, ending your week with me. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend.